Hello, hello, hello. My name is Jenna. This is 1111 with Jenna. I am here 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week. And it is 1111. It is Saturday, July 9th. It is my brother Mitch's birthday. Tomorrow's birthday, um, Bill Winokur. Bill Winokur's birthday is tomorrow. So soon, like in 48 minutes from now, he will be an official birthday person. How are you? What's happening in your life? Eating, drinking, anything fun going on? I've had an interesting day. I want to see who's here. 4 comments. You people are just so fast. Looking fantastic. Patty Loman, Patty Loman, Patty Loman. Melanie Demore. We got to get this. Bill is the 11th. Oh, thank you, Julie. That's right. Bill is on Monday. Carl Hess coming up August 20th. Post a link for the tickets, please. August 20th. Who's going to be there? It's going to be fun. Bring your earplugs. Kind of loud because they're just loud rock and rollers. Did an online concert today. Fun. Yeah. We are doing online concerts. We are for sure. Patty and Carl and William D. Linda Min. I'm going to do a short show tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, to make it happen and be official, one more Saturday night. With Gary Lambert in the house. Hi there.
Hello.
Hello. You had the night off?
Yeah, this is the only Saturday of the tour that the band isn't working. That's just the way the schedule worked out. And so I'm just at leisure at home.
And what does that mean for Gary Lambert these days?
Well, actually, it wasn't too leisurely because I just watched a very, very tense Yankees game and they lost to the Red Sox in extra innings.
Ooh,
But it's okay. I mean, the Yankees are leading the American League East by
big
like
time. Big
15
time.
games.
Yeah.
They're like 38 games over 500. They're ridiculous. So we can
38 games over.
something like that. 34, 38
I
games
don't even know
over.
what that means.
Yeah. It's it's they are having a remarkable year. So losing one game, even against the Red Sox, is
The
kind of
Red
okay.
Sox, right? Okay, we'll just let that go really fast.
Yeah, yeah.
And was there any food involved in this celebration today? This stressful.
Um, I cooked some very, very lovely chicken thighs with kind of like an orange soy kind of spicy glaze.
Do you
Uh,
do? Is it intentional, or are you a heart cook? Like, do you go from the heart and go, ooh, orange, ooh, soy, ooh, garlic?
yeah, it's kind of a head arrangement, you know. Bought the chicken thighs at Trader Joe's, and I have kind. We bought,
Only a package of not like
yeah, yeah.
30 of
Well,
them or anything.
no. That I only do that with bananas, and we and we had some nice
Play that
had
show.
had some nice oranges. I said this one I like a nice citrusy touch in my chicken, and uh, and then we had also from Trader Joe's. Did not do this from scratch. That Trader Joe's makes an excellent frozen asparagus risotto,
Ooh, okay.
and we had the chicken and the asparagus risotto.
Now we're saying we.
Oh,
We're
my brother's here.
saying a we here.
My
Okay.
brother's here because we are really in the home stretch.
That shelf looks much less,
Oh,
much cleaner.
it's utterly, yeah, so much of it is gone, um, given away. We had this appraiser come, and it's really interesting. I didn't realize how process this is, but we are getting stuff appraised to sell, and she this is not like something that she says, I'll give you this. She has like of buyers, and she knows what her buyers are into. Like she says, oh, these are my people, and these are my antique people.
Did you say teeth?
Antique.
Oh, I thought you said teeth. I'm
If
like,
we could,
wow,
we could,
your parents had a hell of a collection of some cool stuff.
we
Okay.
could sell. Yeah. And so she knows like who buys what. So she comes here and she takes everything she thinks might be of value, and then she shares pictures with her buyers. And then, yeah, I thought this might happen really fast, and she might say, "Okay, I want to get this, I want to get this, I want to get this," but it's a thing. And so a week, I think it's going to be like a week from Monday. She has appointments. She's going to make appointments to bring these people here, the people who are interested, and
Oh, they come to the house.
they come to the house. She brings them.
Whoa.
It's crazy. Now
Has
this
that
work.
started?
No, I think it's not going to start till a week from Monday because she looks the stuff over, then she shares the information, then she finds out, she puts together time slots with these people, much more, many more steps than I thought. It works out fine for me because next weekend is when the tour ends and my live streaming obligations end. So I will be much more uh, at I wouldn't say at ease because this stuff is totally stressful too, but I'll be less under the gun, because I've had very few days off during this, 1 or 2 days off at a time. After next Saturday, then I'll do the radio show on Sunday, and then this process starts on Monday. So my time will be more devoted to this. I have continuously been bringing my stuff into storage,
Okay,
my
so
own
your
my,
stuff's
my
in
own stuff.
storage, but
Yeah.
you're selling stuff and you're
Yeah, it's
adding.
like my personal stuff that I'm not keeping is already offsite, almost all of it, except some clothes and a few kitchen things that we're going to use right up until the end. Um, and then so it'll still be a while before the house is actually on the market because after people buy what they want to buy, then people come in and haul away
Yeah.
everything everything that either we don't want or other people don't want, and then the contractors come in and make repairs on the house, and then the house, it's so, I think the house will probably go on the market sometime in August at this point.
Good. Good.
Yeah, I mean, not good because I hate for it to happen, but good in terms of moving on to
And
the
there's just no
next
way.
phase.
This is what's going to happen. It's
Unless miraculous and fabulous wealth comes my way.
Why don't you talk to John Mayer? Hey
uh,
John.
he does love my couch.
Hey John.
John loves the
Think
couch.
of a way to keep the couch in the original
Yeah,
spot.
I may still keep the couch. The
You
couch,
gotta keep the couch. You
the
can't
couch
just
is the couch is negotiable. The couch could be we'll see.
Did the antique lady want the couch? They didn't want the couch, did they?
No, she actually. It's interesting. My parents had some very old stuff, like old china and old old little objet d'art and stuff like that. She said like the young people buying houses really like the mid-century
Oh,
furniture kind of
totally. It's
stuff.
all
So
mid-century right
yeah,
now.
this is that couch, and there's like a matching chairs. The couch and matching chairs are like classic mid-century.
Not
So
happening.
those could go. Someone could say, "Ooh, I love that couch." We'll see.
Julie Luce asked if you could rent out rooms and still stay in your house.
No, no, no. It just, first of all, I probably couldn't make enough income off of it. I mean, I'm going to come away from this with, I don't
Some
know
cash.
how many, some like several $100,000,
Yeah.
which is more money than I've ever had in one
Yeah.
place. So, uh, yeah, I just,
Do you have the correct spelling of my name? JennaMammina. Just
do I?
yeah, just to make sure, like
Oh,
you're coming into this large sum of money and
if I come into the large sum of money, yes, I'm aware. Um, but if I'm also buying lottery tickets, like every
are
big
you really?
payday. Oh sure, I mean I'm
You
not.
buy a certain kind?
Well, there are these two games. There's Mega Millions and there's Powerball that are the one that yields the prizes in the hundreds of millions. So you know
William just said Elon Musk has some extra money since he isn't buying Twitter.
that's right. He can buy the couch for
can buy the couch.
It's his for 34 billion.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Elon Musk.
I'm sorry.
Elon Musk has more money between the cushions of his couch than I've ever seen in my life. You know.
And you are going to be staying at a friend's house
Yes.
that's having her remodeling done.
Actually, that is changing. I'm staying in. There's another friend's house near the original friend's house plan.
Okay.
The remodeling of the first friend's house is just too chaotic because like it almost hasn't started yet.
It
And
sounded chaotic. Like
it's
Gary.
yeah. But then there's another friend. There's like this whole little cluster of friends I have up on the New York State Connecticut border, and and there's a second friend who has like a house that she hardly uses because she works really hard in the city and it's kind of her little pied a terre outside the city, but she's very seldom there. So I have an offer there, you know, and that's the likely contender now. And you know, I'm looking at the rental prospects here in New York as soon as I do have some money, and you know, would really love to stay in the area.
Are you thinking?
Well, you know, staying in Queens would be just delightful. It's, you know, even if it's not in this house, I really love Queens. And there are still somewhat affordable neighborhoods. It hasn't turned into Brooklyn yet, you know.
Right.
There are some places that are verging on Brooklyn, but they're not quite there yet. I'm pretty much, you know, convinced Manhattan's out of the question unless it's like some really insanely miraculous deal. But but we're entering, you know, we're now coming to some kind of resolution on this. And I do have a new old car.
A new old car.
Yeah. You know, my old car, which is my old car is going on 30 years old. The Dodge Intrepid, which was my dad's last car, and then it became the car in which I drove my parents around. And so the Intrepid, it still runs. I mean,
how many miles?
It's like 120,000, something like that. Oh my goodness,
new car.
It's pretty. I mean, considering the secret of that car is when my dad bought it, he was just about to retire. So for 10 years, he used it very little.
Right.
You know, I've probably put more than 100,000 miles on it since I got my hands on it. But now these friends of mine in New Jersey who are like, now, you know, they had two cars because they had two kids and they were driving the kids to school and they were doing all that stuff. The kids are grown up. The kids are moved away. They decided they only want one car. So they sold me their car for $1.
Oh gosh, Gary, you have really good friends.
And I bought my, you know, when I had transfer the title of my, you know, when my dad died, the car became my mom's property, the Intrepid. So I bought that from her for $1. Yeah, because just as a formality, when you do a transfer of title, it says like price. So so technically I bought it for $1. And I bought two cars for a total of $2, which I think is pretty great. That's really fantastic. That's so now I have a 2010 Honda Fit.
What?
And it is
bought it for $1?
Bought it for $1. My friends like,
they're the best cars. I love Honda Fits.
I love Honda Fits. First of all, for my moving project, it's been great because it has a ton of room in the back.
So much in the Fit.
Yeah.
You can fit a Trio.
Yeah.
Trio's bass, electric keyboard, a drum kit.
Yes.
And 3 people in the Fit.
It's a brilliant but it's a little car. So I've had it for about a week now and I'm totally delighted with it. So that's my new old car.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to tag you here and I just can't. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Huh. Wow. What color Fit? Which one?
It's a really nice blue.
Ooh.
A really nice blue Fit. Ooh. Yeah. So that's a nice development in life.
That's a really nice development. Yeah,
Mhm.
you can fit so much in a fit. Hey,
Yeah. I
hi.
mean, most of the moving into storage, I rented a U-Haul van for the big
How big
things.
is your storage?
It's 10 by 10.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's today I spent most of today in an organizing mode there because I just took stuff there and like dumped it in to get it out of the house. And now I'm coming up with how many bins can I fill? I've got these nice, the plastic bins.
Oh, I know.
I'm the king of the bins. So I'm now like clearing out bin space by throwing things out, or I'm consolidating two bins into one. And uh, it's it's a
That's
fun. It's been pretty fun, and I've got a bunch more of that to do.
so we definitely have to have before you leave,
Hmm.
we got to do some one more Saturday night with and hear some stories.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
And your brother's there now till
Well, kind of indefinitely while the house stuff is going on. He's going to find a place to stay around. And
how fun
yeah.
for you guys.
Oh, yeah. uh, I'll uh, I'll plead the fifth on that one. No, we alternately get along, and
Siblings.
yeah, it's sibling stuff. Um, but and the dynamic is such that he's more eager to get rid of the house than I am because he hasn't lived here,
Because he
so
doesn't, yeah, he's not here.
he's got his own place in California.
Exactly.
Less take. So, um, you know,
I just remembered I have to tell you something, but I wanted to ask you. So, was there what did one of the shows get canceled?
yes, John Mayer's father, who's quite old. John Mayer's father is in his 90s. John was born when his dad was 50, and so his dad was, I don't know if it was a heart attack or what, but his dad was rushed to the hospital last was it Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. They were supposed to play Saratoga, and John flew to New York to be with him. I guess his dad lives on Long Island somewhere now, and so they canceled Saratoga. They were back last night and played a beautiful show, and I think John was like very, he was very emotionally into it. I guess his dad was in the ER and underwent some surgery, and his condition seems to have stabilized.
Good.
So I guess the tour will go on as barring further complications. The tour will. Well, it's only 4 shows left. Yeah,
Four.
tomorrow in Philly, then near Pittsburgh, and then the two at City Field.
And you're going to both of those shows.
I'm not sure if I can go to both City Fields. Well, because we are doing the halftime shows, but we have pre-taped some interviews, which we did not do last year at all.
And that's
Uh,
working.
that's where, yeah, we had Bobby Weir for the very first one, and then we had O'Teal a couple of nights ago, which was
Mm.
so wonderful. And we have two more pre-recorded ones to come, which I will not disclose at this time, but they are both going to run on the City Field weekend. Now, what I think is going to happen is that on Friday night, I will take that night off and definitely go to see the show at City Field. On Saturday night, because it's the last show of the tour, I should be there to do the live stream.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I should be. I mean, which means be at home to do the live stream.
Oh, really? You can't be at the show?
No, we can't broadcast from the shows. It's just logistically impossible.
Oh, no.
So because there's no real there's a backstage bubble. There's no, like, they can't just have people running around backstage doing what they consider superfluous things, which is why
They've been living really like
they have
hardcore
been
bubble.
absolute hardcore inviolable bubble. So yeah, but what I might do is finish up, since I'm only 15 minutes from City Field. I might On Saturday, I might say my goodnights and then rush over and catch most of the second set. So, and I already have some plans. Yeah, I've got some friends I'm already going to hook up with and all that.
Well, you
So
got the fit.
yeah,
Or would you take public take?
no, actually, if they can hook me up in the staff parking lot, I can get there really fast in the car. Taking public transportation would consume.
I meant take an Uber and have them drop you off, but they probably can't drop you off right in front either.
Well, actually, yeah, they could probably, there's a gate they could go to where they could drop me off, but I think I'll take the car, just more control. So yeah, so I'm definitely gonna, I am almost certain I'm gonna
Oh, cool.
skip, you know, the halftime show will only consist of uh the hosts like setting up, saying, oh, we pre-recorded this interview with Oteil, for example, and then we just throw to the interview. So that means once I've done that on the second night, you know, I can zip over there.
Cool.
Yeah.
You feel like jumping on. I have to tell you a funny story.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was I was in LA this week, and I was with a group of people that I had never met before, and one of the people was there was from New York,
Uh-huh.
and we started talking, and he kept looking at me like, how do you know such and such? Or he'd say something about something dead related or something related,
Uh-huh.
and then finally he said, who are you, and how do you know Pete Shapiro, and how do you know
Uh,
such and such
mhm.
and such and such? And I said, well, and I explained my connections, and then I said something about my show, and I said, and I'd love to have you on my show sometime. And he said, oh, what's your show? And I told him, and I said, for instance, Gary Lambert. He goes, oh yeah, I know Gary. He is, and I can't think of his name now. I have it all written down, and this is bad, but he's a hamburger guy.
Oh, is the hamburger expert, the
The
guy
hamburger expert.
George Motes?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
George.
he,
Oh, it's, oh, how could I forget George? Because we were waiting for him on the bus. We waited for a half an hour for George to get on the bus. Nobody knew who George was.
uh-huh.
But George Motes. Yes. And he
Yeah.
said, I think I'm going to be on Gary's show.
Yeah. Yeah. Our the guy who like runs our show for Sirius XM, I think he has some connection to George. So there's been some talk back and forth. I've never met him, but he's apparently a deadhead, so he knows of
We had
me.
a blast.
Yeah.
We
No,
and I,
he is the total like hamburger guru. Like he knows like every great like roadside and fast food burger in the
all over
world.
the world.
He's like he's learned how to make them. He's learned the secret recipes for all. He's wild. If you look him up online, he's got a lot of YouTube's
He's
MOTZ
going to be
George
on this
Most.
show.
Oh, incredible!
Yeah,
Oh, I
he's
love
going
it.
to be on this show.
Yeah, no,
And
he's
we hung
fantastic.
out all day on Thursday together. And I'm sorry, my brain was. I got to. I'll tell you guys really quickly. Mama Grace is in the hospital.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm sorry.
She's okay.
Uh-huh.
We just had to get some fluid into her and get some things taken care of. But Mama
Good.
Grace is in the hospital. So send your light and love and
Yes.
prayers, and so get her back. She should be home on Monday. She's on right now watching the show from her room.
Okay. Well, I'm sending her to love you, Mama Grace.
That's why this morning I had to leave quickly to get her over there. They actually pre-admitted her. So we didn't have to go through the whole emergency room part. Her doctor pre-admitted her and is doing tests, and she's got some stuff going on, but that's why I'm a little scattered at
Sure.
the
Of
moment.
course.
Of course I know George's name because we all, like I said, we waited for George for an hour. And then once we found out who George was, we had a blast. But what a cool guy.
Yeah,
Super cool guy. And
he's great. I mean,
the
his
wetlands, he's like, you know Pete? You know
yeah,
my friend Pete Shapiro? And I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, dude. And I know, and
yeah.
I just started, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his stuff is so entertaining. He's like his enthusiasm for burger culture and everything is so great. Yeah, that's great. I love it. I love that you
And my grandfather,
connect with
since
him.
he had the burger joint for 70 years,
Right,
my
right,
cousin still has the grill. He
right.
said, I'll come to your hometown and talk to your cousin about the grill. I said, yeah, we'll make burgers. You can have a real Mamina burger too. So,
I love it.
yeah, yep. So that
So
was a
cool.
fun thing that happened while I was in LA. And I got to see Armando.
Oh, great.
Met with him for 2 days, two afternoon into the evenings,
Uh-huh.
and ate some great tacos. And yeah, speedy recovery. Thank you, Patty. Um, so yeah, that's what's happening at the Church of Mama Grace and Jenna Mammina right now. And tomorrow is I didn't get to art fair today, but I will go tomorrow, my favorite holiday. But I got to
Right.
spend my real favorite holiday is Mama Grace Day because every day is a holiday with Mama Grace, right?
Indeed.
Right, right.
Uh-huh.
And your
So,
show tomorrow, what's happening?
it's just Oh, well, tomorrow is really active because tomorrow is the first Sunday where I've done my radio show and the band has had a Sunday show.
Ooh.
So, we do a technical test with our guests in the afternoon, the live stream guests, to make sure the connection's good. And so our guest on Dead Air with Lambert and Gans at halftime of tomorrow night's show from Philly is Nels Cline.
Wow.
And I'm utterly excited about that. One of my favorite musicians,
So
and he's got a not really he's not really in the Dead world, but there's some Dead overlap. He's played with Phil, and he's going to play with Phil again at this festival in outside Chicago called Sacred Rose.
yeah, I
It's
know
coming.
some other people that are going to be there.
Well, I'm going to be there on the
You
night.
are?
Yeah, it's because it's Phil and friends, Nels Cline and Jeff Tweedy, and they're playing as Philco.
Oh, that's right. And what date
Yeah.
is that?
The first night of the festival was the 26th. Festival's 26th through.
July 26th.
Yeah, no, August.
Oh, August 26th.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go out there for the night.
And
And
it's outside. It's in Illinois.
yeah, it's I forget the name of the town, but it's just like it's like 15 minutes from downtown Chicago. And it's a new festival. They're starting it from scratch, and it ought to be a blast. I've got great people coming to it. So yeah, it's so Nels, who has become a really good friend of mine, play with Phil on this thing, and he's played with Phil before. He's played with Bobby before.
Philco. I love
Yeah,
it.
Philco is really a cool name. So he's going to join us on the live stream tomorrow night, and I'm thrilled about that. So we're going to do our sound check, our technical check with Nels, then jump right into the radio show, and then jump right into the Dead and Company show. So tomorrow is going to be action packed.
Do you know the name of the festival?
Yeah, Sacred Rose.
Sacred Rose. I don't know, Patty. Maybe we ought to meet there. Then you could meet Patty Lohman. Patty.
I would love that. I'd love that.
Patty Lohman. Patty Lohman.
Yeah. So it's going to be the last week of the tour is just shaping up incredibly. Having it end in New York, of course, is wonderful. The band is playing
Wonderful.
so spectacularly. So it's
Ridgeview.
Ridgeview, that's it.
Ridgeview.
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
Ridgeview? Humphreys McGee. Oh, Green Sky's playing. My cousin's playing.
J-Rat. I'm not going to see a lot of the bands because I'm only there the first night, but a lot of really good people. Yeah.
Disco Biscuits. I
Mm-hmm.
like Biscuits. No Jenna Mammina on this one. I don't
Well,
see it.
we'll get to work on that for next year.
Yeah. Even my bluegrass thing would be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, prices include all fees, taxes. Oh, so they have the VIP thing. And
Yeah. The usual.
there's an article out. Did you happen to read that article about the whole VIP experience and how expensive it's becoming to go to a concert?
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I mean, the basic prices are pretty high, but these VIP packages, I have no interest in that whatsoever.
I'm gonna go find the article and post it
Yeah.
tonight because it's just getting. Even at Jazz Fest, there's the Big Chief.
Oh yeah, no,
Now there's
almost.
another one.
Mhm.
There's a bigger yeah, and then you think about just getting to New Orleans, and then the hotel, and
Right.
then the Jazz Fest experience, and then the
Right.
food, and then going out at the gig. It's out of my league.
Yeah.
It's like craziness.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about Jazz Fest is you can just buy the basic day pass
Right.
and go there and enjoy it. And also you've got all the music on Frenchman at night. So Jazz Fest winds up being a bargain, because you can avoid all
When I
the,
first went to Jazz Fest, it was $28.
yeah, yeah.
Now it's $90.
But that's still for the volume of
Day
music you get.
music,
It's
no question.
It's incredibly cheap. Yeah.
Bridgeview. I have no idea where
Yeah.
Where's Bridgeview, Patty? Patty Lone.
I think it's just south of Chicago, if
Yeah.
I'm remembering right.
Hey Tim, are you going to Sacred Rose because Green Sky's playing? So I would imagine you're going.
Yeah, a lot of great people, and Margot Price is there as, I think, what they're calling artist at large, which means she's going to sit in with a lot of different people.
Oh, that's fun.
And I'm a huge Margot Price fan, so I think she'll probably wind up sitting in with the Phil bunch because she's a huge Wilco fan and a Dead fan. So yeah.
So Tim's going because Michelle, Tim's wife, her sister is married to a Green Sky.
Oh, cool.
Member of the Green Sky band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, you might be meeting Tim Spitali and Patty Loman and Jenna Mammina.
Oh, I'd be so happy if you made it there. That would be great.
You're there which day?
Just the Friday.
Just the Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I get back from, I'm doing Telluride.
Right.
Year, so I'll get
Fantastic.
back the 20th or something like that.
Okay.
So cool. Well, Gary Lambert, I'm going to go make a piece of toast because I'm kind of toast.
That sounds like a fabulous thing to do at this hour of the night. Yeah, I'm really glad. This is the first time I've actually been relaxed enough on a Saturday night to do this, and I've missed it. After the tour is over, I hope we can get back to our regular 11:11 schedule.
Yeah, and you'll be there, and then you'll be somewhere else, and
yeah,
and 7,000 South Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Well,
yeah.
And next weekend, maybe you probably won't be here, huh?
Next week, if I go to the second set on Saturday night, the show will be ending probably between 11 and 11. If I could like
feel that, jump on for 2 minutes.
We'll see. It could happen.
The last couple of minutes of the show.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. I'll see if I can pull that off.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for jumping on. And
so good to see you. So good to see everyone's name scrolling by.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, they're your people.
They are. They're the 11:11 fam.
Yeah. And there are 11 people here right now. So I think instead of singing a song, I think I'm just going to go like this and say goodnight.
All right.
Thank you.
Hard.
Really hard.
And all love to Mama Grace. Feel better.
Go make toast.
Go
Mama
make
Grace,
toast.
I love you.
Love you all.
Feel like Patty Loman. What? Toast. Good night, you guys.
Good night.